Hey everybody, it's me, Steve Schnee, the CD Junkie. On this episode of CD Junkie, I want to talk about a brand new Elvis box set called Memphis. This is the box set there. I still have the shrink on it, just so I can keep the sticker on and show you that. This is a 5 CD collection, and it covers the recordings he made in Memphis, Tennessee. And it covers, it spans his entire career, going all the way back to the Sun Sessions, and then ending with the Jungle Room Sessions. And they're spread over 5 CDs. They're broken down. In just a few moments, I'll open the box and show you the insides of it. But I just wanted to sort of give you an idea. Disc 1 covers the Sun recordings. And Disc 2, it starts with the American Sound Studios recordings, which is, where Suspicious Minds and In the Ghetto and all that stuff came from. And then Disc 3 goes into the Stax Studio recordings, which were from 73. And then it's got the live Homecoming show from 74, so it's a live concert. And then Disc 5 is the Jungle Room Sessions. I'm going to bring that up closer to you so hopefully you can at least give it a look there. It actually is a fantastic box set. Apart from the Sun Records set, all these other things are completely remixed. And what they've done with all the studio recordings, the American Sound Studios, the Stax Studios, and the Jungle Room Sessions, is they've given us the actual, released versions, but they've stripped them of all the overdubs. So it's essentially just the studio musicians who were recording the songs at the time. Now, they sort of say that this is how Elvis heard them. No, this isn't how Elvis heard them. This is all the instruments that were there in the studio with Elvis. This is the band that he was playing live with. There's no extra orchestra or horns or backing vocalists, but it's all been remixed to sound, I'm not going to say contemporary, but it sounds fresh. A big problem I have with it is, like, on some of the tracks, they've mixed his voice down a little bit lower than usual, and those are usually on the Stax recordings. And I have to admit, the Stax recordings are not my favorite sessions from Elvis. He sounds, and I've got a 3 CD Stax box, and I've got all these other Stax recordings, spread out in other box sets and single album releases. And he just seemed lackluster, like he just wasn't into it, like he was, when he recorded in Nashville, and then when he did the American Sound Studios stuff. And, but then there are performances such as the song My Boy from the Stax Sessions, which a very emotional thing, but his voice is mixed down lower than maybe that I'm used to. And there's one song on the American Sound that sort of bothers me a little bit. It's the song Don't Cry Daddy. And every other alternative take that I've heard of this has been a full band recording. This version of Don't Cry Daddy, and I didn't dig deep into the booklet, and I haven't gone and read too much about this, but this version of Don't Cry Daddy is essentially his double track vocals and acoustic guitar. It sounds like it could have been like a guide version or something. Now, I do believe that he probably did harmonize with it, but I think that studio trickery created this. So it's the only thing that sort of stands out like a sore thumb. It sounds nothing like the rest of the recordings. Now, his voice sounds great. I love, actually, this recording. I love this version of Don't Cry Daddy. It's fantastic. But it just seems like it's just recreated how, and they never actually really recorded it like that. But, first, I could be wrong. Maybe it is a version or an early version or just a run through. And, it could be legit, but it sounds like it was actually created, recently. So, that's a complaint I have there. But otherwise, everything sounds great. I mean, I love the Jungle Room Sessions, even though that was Elvis in 76, towards the end of his life. But boy, his voice on things like Hurt and For the Heart and Way Down. In fact, I'm not a real big fan of the song Way Down, like the recorded version or the released version. But this version I like because they stripped out all the stuff that maybe was bothering me. And, you know, there's other things like if you talk in your sleep, they're missing a lot of things, like the horns. They pulled all that stuff out. So it sounds more natural and more likable. But it's still, you know, the Stack Sessions has things like Got a Thing About You, Baby. You know, it just sounds like Elvis was just going, oh boy, yeah. You know, I mean, he wasn't given the greatest material at this point. But overall, though, it's beautiful because it's Elvis. You know, I'm not a sycophant, and I don't sit there and just say every Elvis release is great. But this one is really a nice collection because it shows you Elvis basically recording in his hometown. You know, from, you know, My Happiness up through Moody Blue, and a bunch of stuff in between. Now, the live show here, I have to admit, you know, a lot of people know that I don't like live recordings, but I especially, you know, I mean, I have a lot of Elvis live because it's Elvis. You know, don't listen to them that much, and I haven't bought much. You know, I have like the Aloha from Hawaii and Madison Square Garden and things like that. But, you know, I don't buy the Follow That Dream releases and stuff. And this 74 show, which I believe is the same one that was sold separately, this is the entire show. Every show that I've heard in 74, I'm not a big fan of. It's Elvis sleepwalking through the show. You know, oh, okay, he just finished CC Rider. He's going to go into, you know, treat me like a fool, you know, and then he's going to go into I Got a Woman, Amen. Then, you know, it's just Elvis, you know, walking through the show. I think that this show is pretty much like that. I know that sounds like I'm being super negative on this box, because I'm not. You know, I'm just showing you, you know, or telling you what I think the weaknesses are. Now, the mix of the show is great because, you know, when they go in and they remix these shows that you know, they give them, you know, new life with, you know, the drums are pumped up and the bass is pumped up and you're hearing all this stuff and it sounds so vivid and you know, sounds like you're there. I mean, it just hits you in the face. Elvis is just not 100% into that live stuff, but, you know, let's go back into the Sun Studio sessions. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Some of my favorite stuff in the Sun Studio is his ballads. Like when he does Tomorrow Night and Blue Moon. Holy moly. I mean, he hits falsetto, which you never heard Elvis do really much after that. It's beautiful. It's haunting. All his ballads during the Sun sessions, haunting, haunting, haunting. And then, you know, the American Sound Studios, it's just solid, absolutely amazing. And so there's so much to love about this box. It's definitely something to check out. I know that there's a 2 LP version of this that really just, you know, gives you just a mini portion, like a couple songs, you know, 5 songs from this, 5 songs from that, 5 songs from this. I think you only get 1 song from the live album on that whole thing, but the 5 CD set is just an incredible, incredible box set. Now let's take a look at what you get inside of it. Okay, here's the sticker. It's obviously on there. That's just a better shot of it. You can freeze that if you want. I've taken everything out of the box already. As you can see, it's 5 discs. You know, Sun Sessions and American Sound and Stacks and Live. And here is the booklet. It's a nice booklet. It's jam-packed full of information. Lots of photos, including like record labels, single sleeves, advertisements for the singles, all that kind of fun stuff. Covers the years. Plus it has all the information, you know, recording information and stuff there. And then here is, well, this is in my set. This is the first of the 2 little packages here. This one here holds 3 CDs. This has pictures of the later years, you know, a 74 live picture and then the Stax picture from 73. But it has, right there, disc 1 is the Sun Sessions, then it has the American Sound, and then it has the Stacks. So it has the later pictures there, but it has the earlier material. The second little envelope or folder has 2 discs, and it has the earlier pictures. and the 4th and 5th discs are packaged there. And that's the live album and Jungle Room sessions. I could have, they could have repackaged this incorrectly. The first 2 CDs should have gone on that one. Then the next 3 CDs went in the other one. Maybe that's how they're supposed to be packaged, and mine was just an anomaly. Or, maybe, I could just switch them out myself, to be perfectly honest. So, but there they are. There's the 2 folders holding the 5 CDs. And there's the booklet. And there's the box. And that's what you get inside the set. Anyway, that's it with my review of Elvis Memphis box set. Definitely worth your time. If you love the Elvis in Nashville and Elvis Back in Nashville box sets that came out last year and the year before, I believe, you're going to love this. And there's so much to love about this. There's mixes on here you haven't heard. So definitely check it out. I appreciate you taking the time to watch me talk about Elvis. I really do appreciate it. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, to ring that bell for future notifications. And until the next time, remember me. I'm Steve Schnee, the CD Junkie.